is true. It's beyond comprehension.
Looks like we're going for a ride.
We need to win. There's more to the story.
They're building up to something. We keep fighting
Together.
Water is one of nature's most beautiful and life-sustaining resources. At no fault of their own, many Wisconsin utility customers are facing a shutoff to their water service. This leaves them without the one life-giving resource we all take for granted. And those hardest hit are on fixed incomes, juggling multiple temporary jobs, or those who lost full-time jobs in sectors hardest hit by the pandemic. If someone you care about needs a hand up, your local Wisconsin energy and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your water, heat, and power on. If you are in danger of losing your water service, call 833-H2O-WISC, 833-426-9472. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
Up North at 4 with Nate and Jeff starts now.
Good afternoon, I'm Nate Myhawk. Welcome to Up North at 4. Today, Laura Paulskill joins us to chat about the upcoming Fall Harvest Festival. Carrie Bladorn joins us with another edition of Connecting the Dots. He'll take us through the history of one of Oneida County's most recognizable landmarks. Plus, Conrad and I will have a very strong debate. We'll get to all that in a bit, but first, here's your top 4 at 4. One would think that losing your eyesight would mean you can't do the same activities you once enjoyed. However, after 25 years, one Canadian band is keeping their dream alive despite one major obstacle. The band Razor released their first album since 1997, and their guitarist, Dave Carlo, is partially blind. He was diagnosed with a disease that's been slowly taking away his eyesight. He said he's been practicing with getting the feeling down on his guitar, and with the help of UV lights to see glow-in-the-dark tape on his frets, he's been able to perform once again. Carlo says he wants to be known as someone who brings a good time and not someone for people to feel bad for. I think that's a pretty good way to start. And speaking of feel-good stories, the show Ted Lasso has become a massive hit for folks who may not even be soccer fans. And now Ted Lasso and his fictional team, AFC Richmond, will be appearing in a video game. Electronic Arts announced the new addition to FIFA 23. Now fans of the show can control their favorite players and coach. And I would just like to take this time to offer EA the opportunity to put Jeff and I in the game. Just give us a virtual pregame show. I'm sure we would love the opportunity. You know, I know we've all been waiting, hopefully, for that $1.3 billion lottery ticket to go unclaimed, but unfortunately, someone has stepped forward to get their prize. Two winners who are remaining anonymous finally came to collect the money. They both opted to split the lump sum payment of $780 million. So my retirement plan is now going to have to go back to the drawing board. And if you're looking to make a little extra cash, there's now a job opening at Chicago's O'Hare Airport. During the summer, the airport brought in a herd of goats to clear vegetation on the property. It's part of an eco-friendly program to keep the airfield safe and well-maintained. Next year, I think Jeff and myself and Conrad could head down there and help out with these goats. And meteorologist Conrad Zapinski joining us now live in studio. Conrad, looking for a job next year? You know, grazing a little bit?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Nate, bring a sweater because it's a chilly one outside today. We do have a lot colder temperatures tonight. Taking a look, we do have some freeze warnings. Welcome to fall, everyone. First official day of fall today, and we got some freeze warnings in the area. A couple of frost advisories in effect until 8 a.m. tomorrow. So everybody will be in on those cold temperatures tonight. Right now, we are chilly, well below average temperatures continuing right now. Some 50s, some 60s across the region right now. 56 in Rhinelander, a bit cooler in Eagle River, coming in at 55 degrees. 54 in Lando Lake, so it is a chilly one outside today. And temperatures will stay on the cooler end the rest of the week, and same thing into next week. In the 50s and 60s, and then a little bit of a warm-up by the end of next week. Partly cloudy skies outside right now, so not too bad with those chilly temperatures. Tonight will really get cold with temperatures in the upper 20s to lower 30s. We'll have your full forecast and more coming up.
Violent crime up across Wisconsin. Families nervous about their safety. Yet Mandela Barnes called for releasing half of Wisconsin's jailed inmates. That would mean releasing over 10,000 criminals right into our neighborhoods. 10,000 reasons your family would be in more danger. Barnes also supported defunding the police. 10,000 more criminals with fewer police to protect us. What could go wrong? Wisconsin Truth Bank is responsible for the content of this advertising.
The light at the end of the tunnel isn't shining so brightly for everyone. Families continue to fight for survival. Some jobs are gone forever. Bills pile up. But please know, you have not been forgotten. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. Apply now for a hand up.
Wet basements, cracked walls, musty crawl spaces, and settling concrete only get worse with time. And the longer they're left untreated, the more money they cost to repair. SureDry has been focused on stabilizing foundations and repairing basements and concrete for over 28 years. We understand the root causes of foundation and concrete problems and work closely with those we serve to develop permanent solutions. If you have concerns with your foundation or concrete, call us for a free estimate today. Because these issues won't get better with time, they only get better with SureDry.
Joe Biden on Medicare for All.
It's going to raise taxes on middle-class people.
Medicare for All would double your income taxes, ban employer-provided and union health plans, and bankrupt Medicare for seniors. Mandela Barnes still supports Bernie Sanders' socialist takeover of your health care.
Medicare for All is the easiest way to get us to universal health care.
Mandela Barnes, more liberal than Joe Biden, way too liberal for Wisconsin.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
Fall is the best time to plant grass seed, and Menards has what you need to get started. Schultz products are perfect for repairing thinning areas and bare spots in your lawn. A 3-pound bag covers up to 2,000 square feet. Midwest Master is a premium grass seed that adapts to a variety of soil types. It's a great all-purpose blend that starts fast and blends well into existing lawns. Save big money with 11% off all grass seed. Now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
This portion of News Watch 12 is brought to you by Furniture and Appliance Mart.
Welcome back here to Up North at 4. Laura Paulskill joining us now from the Phillips Chamber of Commerce. And it's now officially fall, right? Like we have officially
first day of fall. Yes, first day.
So this is perfect timing because the Fall Harvest Festival in Phillips is coming up in a little over a week. I'm sure you guys are busy getting ready for that, I would imagine.
You got it. We are super busy with that. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's the 28th Annual Fall Harvest Festival in Phillips, and they began it as a way to celebrate everything fall, appreciate those last few nice days that we've got going on before winter hits.
Yeah.
So we are hoping for some great weather and a wonderful turnout for this year's event.
Absolutely.
So what exactly would we expect in a festival like this?
Well, it's a great day to take a ride over to Phillips.
Nice.
We have an arts and crafts fair. Right now we have about 40 vendors signed up, and there's still more coming in, so it's a nice thing to go out and check that out. We block off all of Avon Avenue, so it's a pretty long and wide block, plus Cherry Street, so we block that off for our art and craft vendors. We've got a food court, there's live music, we've got kids activities, all kinds of things. So no matter what your interest is, you can find something to do at the Harvest Festival.
Got it all. So the Fall Harvest Festival has the works, and including, you guys said the big thing is you sell craisins.
Yes.
But not just any craisins.
Oh no, it's special.
Okay.
So
Tell me
part
about
of it is that there is a cranberry marsh in Phillips, and that was one of the things that they wanted to celebrate when they first started this event. So we have fresh cranberries straight from the marsh in Phillips that will be available, and then we also have our craisins.
Love
and
it.
I brought a little something special for you guys
President,
today.
thank you.
Yeah.
You're the best.
At our booth for the Fall Harvest Festival, we have 5. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 flavors of craisins. So I would like you guys to do a little taste test today and see which variety of craisins is your favorite.
Is the go-to. All right.
I have a personal favorite, but I will tell you.
So
I will tell you later what that
Conrad, I think which one do you have there?
I got raspberry.
Let's try.
Raspberry. Let's try that one out.
Start with the raspberry.
Let's try it out.
So, are you making these craisins, like flavoring them? How does this work?
No, we get them from Ocean Spray, actually, and they send us large boxes of craisins each year, and we get to pick what flavors we want to do, and then we rebag them as the chamber. So
is there any competition with this? Any taste testing that you guys have going on?
Not really, not really. It's just people know now that
I'll be there with me.
Right? People just enjoy having them for snacks or to put in things. And we've kind of developed a following now where people will come and go, well, what kind of craisins do you have this year? I want to put them in my, and what flavors do you have? And they like to put them in baking. Someone I talked to said they like to put them in stuffing in place of raisins. So anything that you have raisins in that you want to give a little extra tangy crunch, you can put the craisins in there, and it's great.
This one literally just says craisins.
That's the plain.
Okay, this is just regular.
Non-flavored, just
maybe this will be like our, what do you call that? Like our placebo?
The baseline kind of?
Yeah.
The control.
There you go.
Control sample.
Yeah.
All right, we got strawberry here, Conrad. I'm going to give you a couple of these.
Very good flavor as well.
I did wash my hands, by the way, so you're good. I will say raspberry so far, clearing away the favorite.
I think we're on the same boat, Nate. Yeah. We're just thinking the same thing.
Strawberry's good. I like that. Got one more here.
So you said 20 years for this festival.
Yeah.
So rain or shine, or do you
rain
guys?
Or shine.
Rain or shine.
Yeah.
Love to hear that. So
if it's drizzling, put on your raincoat, grab an umbrella up. There's plenty of space. Just come on out.
I'll try and forecast something perfect for you guys.
I like it.
So how many people are we expecting?
Oh, wow. We usually get a really nice turnout. I mean, I'm thinking between 1,000 and 1,500 at least.
Wow,
and it's not just that area of town either. Our local businesses, the shops, the bars, restaurants, all of them have specials, and they try to sometimes incorporate that cranberry flavor into their food. And so it would be a nice chance to take a ride over to Phillips, do some shopping, start that Christmas list, because we know that's on its way next. And
I was
just have a nice getaway.
Absolutely. I'm going to say, though, we have to take a break, though. I will say raspberry's my favorite. You?
Same here.
Raspberry.
Oh.
Same the best. We'll chat more about this, though. We'll take a break here on Up North at 4. Connecting the Dots is next.
This portion of News Watch 12 is brought to you by Kitchen Bath Mart.
At a company, the culture comes from the top. Tim Michaels' company has been sued numerous times over sexual assault and harassment in the workplace. Women who worked for Michaels' company said they were groped, assaulted, and pressured to have sex with their bosses. Higher-ups at Michaels dismissed the women as liars and even fired those who spoke out. Is that what we need for Wisconsin? Tim Michaels, too radical, too divisive.
Welcome to Brickner's Park City Jeep Chrysler Dodge and Ram in Merrill. We invite you to visit our newly renovated dealership and showroom. We have over 60 Ram trucks in stock or on the way, with many that qualify for 0% financing. At Brickner's and Merrill, we rent 12 and 15 passenger vans along with minivans at very competitive prices. Pack the family into one of these for your upcoming trip and skip the airport. There's always a whole lot of good going on at Brickner's Park City Jeep Chrysler Dodge and Ram in Merrill. 1-800-499-JEEP or on the web at bricknersparkcity.net.
The Northwoods United Way and AmeriCorps Seniors is holding a volunteer fair at Triggs Riverwalk on October 4th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. This unique event is an opportunity to get connected with nonprofit organizations that are looking for volunteers. It's also a chance for those agencies to educate the community about what they do in our area. If you are a nonprofit interested in hosting a table, or if you have questions about the fair, please contact Nancy Sadler.
There's case after case. Women working for Tim Michaels Construction Company saying they were groped, sexually assaulted, and pressured to have sex with their bosses. When they resisted, they say they were threatened, called a liar, and forced to resign. And when co-workers spoke up, they were fired. If this is how Tim Michaels runs his business, how do you think he'd run the state? Tim Michaels' radical agenda is so very, very wrong.
Waiting for a great deal on furniture? Well, this is it. Slumberland Furniture has savings up to 50% off list prices, or in some cases, even more, at our Labor Day sale on now. Shop our big selection of sectionals, sofas, recliners, dining, and bedrooms. And shop the deals that are up to 50% off. Mattresses too, with some up to 50% off. Don't forget, mattress shopping is uncomplicated and fast. Only at Slumberland. Come see how. Shop the huge Labor Day sale on now.
Connecting the Dots, reliving Northwood's history with Carrie Bladorn is brought to you by Fourth Floral, Mel's Trading Post, Rhinelander Brewing Company, and Ripco Credit Union.
Here we are at the Oneida County Courthouse in Rhinelander, Wisconsin. One of the most photographed buildings in the Northwoods, and to me, one of the most intriguing. With its green lantern dome shining for miles around, it is a landmark of Oneida County. The current courthouse was built in 1908 at the terminus of Davenport Street and replaced a smaller two-story frame building constructed in 1887. The current courthouse, completed in 1909, has stood for over 100 years. In 1981, it was added to the National Register of Historic Places. The Oneida County Courthouse recently had a self-guided walking tour installed, which visitors can come and take during normal business hours. But today, I'm going to show you some of the hidden places of this historic building, places you might not otherwise get to see. Let's go take a look. Starting in the crawl space below the bottom floor, the footings of the huge limestone building can be seen. It is pretty much what you'd expect, containing some of the building's subterranean infrastructure. It also contains some storage space. From this area, the building's original chimneys can be seen. No longer in use, they act as conduits for infrastructure improvements made over the years. Moving from the bottom to the top, the courthouse dome is actually made up of two separate stained glass domes. The green dome you see from outside, and the more elaborate and colorful Tiffany-style interior dome that can be viewed from its rotunda. Through a nondescript door, we travel up a modest staircase to the attic area just above the inner dome. Scaffolding holding conduits, pipes, and ductwork can be seen, traversed by a series of catwalks. One of these catwalks leads to a room where we see the top side of the interior dome and the lighting components that make it glow beneath. Another small staircase leads to the floor above the inner dome. This space is hidden from view by the enormous structure that holds up its outer dome. From here, you can see the space between the inner and outer domes is actually taller than the main courthouse building itself. From this area, a small door exits onto the roof of the courthouse proper. This roof is covered in copper sheets that have developed a patina over the years, giving the roof its green appearance. Some of the copper sheets that adorn the exterior of the dome have names etched into them by the rare visitor or maintenance personnel. This one goes back to 1918. The upper dome was chosen from an architectural firm at the time of its planning, and coincidentally, was the same dome chosen by Grant County in Lancaster, Wisconsin in 1902, although its spans are filled with clear glass. Back inside, a smaller staircase can be seen that once led up to the bottom of the outer glass dome. This staircase was put out of use when a dome restoration project repaired its glass in the 1980s. Today, a 30-foot ladder extends to the next level. On top of the wooden platform that encompasses the base of the outer dome, the magnificence of its green stained glass is on full display. Both the inner and outer dome's original glasswork was completed by the Schuler and Mueller Company of Chicago. This company specialized in church stained glass windows, and the intricate work done on both domes is amazing to view up close. From here, you can see the metalwork that holds the glass pieces in place, over 2,400 of them. The domes were completed in 1909 for a cost of $600. After years of weather beating down on its glasswork, many pieces had become cracked or filled in with tar. At one point, discussions were had about removing the dome completely and furnishing the building with a flat roof. Thankfully, restoration efforts took place in the 1960s and 80s, saving the domes and returning them to their original glory. New LED lights were added in 2018, making the lighting more efficient and much brighter, allowing the dome to shine for miles around like never before. Both domes' lights have the ability to change color, allowing the domes to appear festive during the Christmas season or various colors for other events. Traveling up the ladder, we reach the parapet and spire that sits atop the courthouse. From this vantage point, we can see for miles in every direction. The views of Rhinelander from this position are unmatched, and many of its other landmarks can be seen, including Rhinelander City Hall, the paper mill stacks, and its water towers emblazoned with hodags. From the bottom to the top, the Oneida County Courthouse is a remarkable structure. I hope you enjoyed this special inside look at its hidden spaces. If you'd like to learn more, go and take the tour sometime. I'm Kerry Bladorn, and this is Connecting the Dots, reliving Northwood's history on Newswatch 12.
Connecting the Dots, reliving Northwood's history with Kerry Bladorn is brought to you by Fourth Floral, Mel's Trading Post, Rhinelander Brewing Company, and Ripco Credit Union.
Thank you for watching Connecting the Dots on WJFW. If you have any Northwoods history you'd like to see covered on this program, feel free to send me a message on my Facebook page, Kerry Bladorn, Northwoods Historian, or email me at northwoodshistorian@gmail.com.
Under Governor Evers, hard-working Wisconsin families are being left behind. We're paying more for food, gas, everything. And Tony Evers tried to make us pay even more, a 20% gas tax increase, doubling the tax on home heating bills. And while Evers puts the squeeze on us, he wanted to give taxpayer-funded benefits to people who refuse to work. He even opposes drug testing welfare recipients. Tony Evers is leaving hard-working Wisconsin families behind.
Cellcom's live local customer service is just a call or click away, so it's always clear where you can get help. What's not clear is why you just went down to the basement.
What did I?
Why you went downstairs? Unclear. Easy access to the customer care you deserve? Crystal clear. Cellcom. Clarity in a cloudy world. Now at Cellcom, save $500 when you activate a new smartphone line of service and trade in your existing device. Visit cellcom.com/save for details.
Olson Solar Energy would like to thank everyone who has trusted us with their local solar installations. And to those of you still considering solar, give us a call to set up a free evaluation and get your project booked in 2022. Discover the benefits of a lower or no energy bill and take advantage of federal tax credits. The time is now. Go green, save green with Olson Solar Energy. Come see us at our grand opening celebration in Altoona on March 5th.
Ron Johnson's at it again, lying about my taxes. Let's be clear, my taxes are paid in full, but there were times I was getting by on peanut butter sandwiches. And that's why I support a tax cut for the middle class. Put more money in your pockets, because I know how hard you work. But Johnson used his tendency to write a loophole that gave huge tax cuts to himself and his biggest donors, leaving us with crumbs. And that's how we get left behind. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
My thoughts on laser therapy is, to me, is awesome. I mean, it really, really made a big difference. Every time I came here, I noticed an improvement. I mean, I was starting to do things that I couldn't do a week before, and so I'm totally grateful for it. Integrated Pain Solutions got me back to my normal trucking and equipment handling life. Thank you.
Welcome back here to Up North at 4. So, Conrad, we need to weigh in on a very big controversy taking place in Milwaukee. So, Brewers manager Craig Counsell gave a phone interview the other day, during which he was asked about fans bringing baseball gloves to games, right? He said that there should be an age limit for fans, saying, this was sort of jokingly, so don't actually get too upset, but he said you should only be bringing gloves if you're 14 or younger. And a lot of people had a lot of opinions on this. And Conrad, you have an opinion on this as well, right?
I do, yes. Nate, I'm a big baseball fan. I know you are. You played in high school, so we love this baseball. Is a good little conversation for us. Yes, I actually think we should be able to bring gloves, no matter your age.
Everyone's bringing them.
Yeah, I just think
Kids,
so. Yeah.
Adults. Senior citizens.
Might as well, yeah. But I mean, if I did catch a ball and there was a little kid right next to me, I'd give it to him. Most likely, you know, unless it's like a 61st home run to Aaron Judge.
There you go. I knew you were going to throw your Yankees in there.
You got to throw them in.
But everyone can have gloves, is what you're saying.
Yes. I'm saying for safety as well. You know, if I have a little kid with me and I see the ball coming, I actually had a situation once where I was with my sister and the foul ball was coming straight at us.
You had to block it?
If I didn't have the glove, my sister probably could have got hit. So,
I hear you there, but I'm going to say it. I agree with Craig Counsell. I agree with him. Kids only should be wearing gloves at games. I get it. Like, if you have a little kid with you, if you're a parent, you know, they can't catch a ball for themselves, then sure, maybe. But, like, once they get to the age they're playing Little League sport, you got to be catching that yourself. Ooh. I'm on Craig Counsell's side. Conrad isn't. That's fine. Let us know what you think. In the meantime, I'm sure we'll have this discussion off air plenty in the near future. But in the meantime, we're going to take a break here at Up North at 4. Stick with us. We'll be right back.
What's the perfect way to spend a summer afternoon at your lake home? On a pier made by Pier du Nord. We're making a splash with time-saving piers because you deserve more ways to play and enjoy summer days. Made in St. Germain, come and visit us.
I received a call that my granddaughter had been hit. She suffered a serious brain injury and nearly died. The driver should have been in jail. Mandela Barnes supports no cash bail that puts criminals like Daryl Brooks back on the streets. He's more worried about criminals than victims. Mandela Barnes doesn't have the judgment to keep our communities safe.
Senate Leadership Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising.
There are so many things we take for granted, and along with them, sometimes we take the people who depend on them for granted too. How can they survive with record increases in their basic cost of living? And through no fault of their own, they're being left behind. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our energy, water, and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
If you like to drive and you enjoy telling people about how much fun it is behind the wheel of some of the hottest and coolest vehicles on the road today, you should look into a sales position at Kosurik Automotive. It's satisfying in so many ways, and Kosurik is well known for turning it into a well-paid, rewarding career, not just a job. If that fits who you are, or if you've always thought you might be really good at it, we're ready to help you discover that potential. Start your adventure at KosurikCareers.com.
Northland Basement Systems is the all things basementy company. Basement waterproofing, basement finishing, basement structural repair, humidity and mold control, and nasty crawl spaces too. When it comes to basement solutions, nobody does it better than we do. Since 1991, homeowners just like you in the Northland have trusted Northland Basement Systems for all things basementy in their homes. Call Northland Basement Systems today to schedule a free home evaluation.
What's the perfect way to spend a summer afternoon at your lake home? On a pier made by Pier du Nord. We're making a splash with time-saving piers because you deserve more ways to play and enjoy summer days. Made in St. Germain, come and visit us.
All right, Conrad, you mentioned it. We might be seeing the first, dare I say, the first F word?
Yes,
fall,
fall, freeze, frost, F's everywhere. Yes, I know, Nate. It's that time of year. I know it's hard to say summer's over. Yesterday was the last official day of summer. We're back into fall. Taking a look outside, temperatures are showing that. We're in the 50s and 60s across the region. Our average should be closer to 67, so we're well below our average all across the state right now. We do have some frost and freeze warnings out for most of the area. Temperatures, though, will be cool the rest of the week. Same thing into next week. But the purple does show some freeze warnings, and the blue shows some frost advisories.
I love fall, but this is maybe a little too early for me.
Too early, Nate.
Thank you, Conrad. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow at Up North at
4. Winter's coming. Fight back against rust and protect your investment with Rust Solutions underbody rust proofing for vehicles, trailers, and dump trucks. Call to make your appointment today.
Maybe you're thinking about updating your shower one day, but you have a whole ton of questions and you don't know who to ask. Well, today your questions are going to be answered by a certified jacuzzi installer, Corey Gottlieb. And Corey's my son, by the way. Corey, thanks for joining us.
Dad, thanks for having me.
Corey, Linda wrote in, and she wants to know what's your favorite part of being a bath installer?
It's a great question, Linda. I love my job. At the end of the day, seeing the look on their faces, it really means a lot to me. I love what I do, and it's very special.
So Sue wants to know, she's got a bathtub, and she doesn't take baths anymore. She would love to put in a low-step-in shower, and you can do that, can't you?
We do it all the time. We take out an old tub, we put in a nice, new, easy step-in shower. Very, very simple.
Yeah, very safe for people, too. So, and you can add well-placed grab bars for people. You put them at the height they want.
Wherever they need them.
So you can work with them and put their grab bars, their grab shelves, whatever they need to give them a much safer shower.
That's very important.
Emmett wants to know about warranties. He says, warranties are really important to me. You offer a lifetime warranty. How can you be so confident